On May 27th, the Pottawattamie County Board of Supervisors took the road department in a different direction and moved the county by surprise. It shifted the course of the department and has been gaining momentum, and one that was deeply committed to continuous improvement. While change is sometimes necessary, its success depends on clarity of purpose and continuity of leadership. Right now, I'm not sure that this new direction has been clearly defined, nor what success is supposed to look like under it. So today, I want to revisit the course we were on, the direction we chose together, and highlight the progress that has been made under that vision. Maybe it's been too easy to take our gains for granted, but I believe they're worth remembering, especially when deciding whether a different direction is truly better. The roads department is administratively lean. In government, 10% administrative costs isn't a bad number. Our administrative costs are about 2.5% of our budget. We like this budget strategy that delivers the most service for the dollar. We dislike this strategy because we're always swamped with work. I'd like to apologize to my team for not recognizing the risk of not having a transition period or greater redundancy. I know you're all working on extra projects before all my projects were dumped on you to sort through without direction. No one should expect you to be successful in this scenario. In 2011, I set a silent goal to retire with no structurally deficient bridges. And with the board's support and confidence, we developed a more aggressive bridge program. It seemed like an audacious goal with 1/3 of the county bridges in deficient condition. However, we've reduced that to 12% of our total bridges, or 310 bridges, as they continue to deteriorate. That goal is within reach if we continue without going in a different direction. There are 38 poorly rated bridges in the county, and 27 of them are on the current 5-year program to replace. The directions we were going in was to use long-range planning to sustain services and better allocate money. In my position, I saw created deficiencies as new revenue. It's just a long game to play. Our department understands that property tax or any other revenue isn't going to cover the higher cost of inflation without legislative correction, meaning Iowa's road system will deteriorate to the point of political response, and we have to sustain it ourselves until that happens. In 2022, I proposed a reorganization of the leadership team to provide more support for the competitive grant applications without over-obligating ourselves to the high costs and risks involved with making applications. The need was based on an inflation strategy to move more construction costs into competitive grants so that state allocations could be directed towards maintenance if needed. While no one asked us to provide an inflation strategy, I appreciated the support and confidence I received from the board to pursue that vision. Since that period, the department has averaged approximately $3 million annually in new revenues from competitive grant awards. For reference, that is approximately half as much as our annual property tax allocation in new money. We've had 6 different employees apply for competitive grants and several more support the effort. It was a culture we wanted to develop before the county went in a different direction. I'm not saying this plan will work long term, but these actions did allow us to advance a project on Tamarack Road for next year our state funds that couldn't previously be funded solely on allocated funding. When a new direction is taken without preparation, without communication, and without a plan, there are consequences. The weeks immediately following my removal were critical to the projects we've been developing for years. The sudden change cost the county millions in potential funding and set back critical infrastructure efforts. A different direction without a clear destination is not just risk, it's a setback. In the week following my removal, I wasn't able to respond and progress in the Safe Streets for All grant that was 2 years in the making to improve the intersection of Wabash Avenue and Pioneer Trail, as well as other safety improvements along Wabash Avenue from Council Bluffs to the Mills County line. I also wasn't available to schedule a meeting with MAPPA on a project to reconstruct Old Warren Bridge Road from I-29 to Old Lincoln Highway. The move in a different direction without providing transition was costly and left approximately $7 million in competitive funds to be lost at the last turn. I take pride in the direction we had been moving, one rooted in efficiency, strategy, and long-term value for the county. I hope I have clarified that my termination wasn't due to competency, character, or effort for those who are curious of this action. The Roads Department set goals that far exceeded the minimum effort required and had been achieving them successfully. If those goals are still shared, then I believe there's still a path forward, though it may mean reassessing whether this new direction serves the county better than the one we were on. Thank you for allowing me an opportunity to reflect on our journey and to ask respectfully whether the road ahead truly leads to a better place.
Ray, would you like to say a few words?